ancient Mayan Indians, lords of the jungle. Carved in stone, forever, but gone. 2,000 years. Over 2,000 years ago, they built huge cities that towered over the tropical jungle. Here, in the city of Tikal, they invented their own numbers and understood the movement of the stars. Here too, they developed their own unique style of weaving. Then, mysteriously, these gigantic Mayan cities disappeared. And when the first European explorers came just 400 years ago, the jungles had grown over the ancient streets and plazas. The Mayans were gone. They are my ancestors, and ever since I was small, I have dreamed of visiting them, of visiting the ruins of Tikal. My name is Hilberto Lealo. I am 14 years old, and like our Mayan ancestors of long ago, I am learning to be a weaver. I live in Guatemala, a small country in Central America. My village is in the Western Highlands. It is called Salaha, and it is well known for its special kind of ghost pattern weaving. My father, Don Jose, is a master weaver, and he is teaching me on our big loom at home. My father says it is very important to set up the fabric we are making on the loom with just the right amount of tension. Our village lies in a mountain valley. There are about 800 people here, and our family lives in a small white house overlooking the town. In Spanish, we call our district La Joya, which means the jewel, because it is so beautiful. I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers, and my whole family knows I dream of visiting Tikal. My mother says if I want to go that badly, I must ask God's help. Don Jose is very fast and can weave 4 meters in one day. He keeps the entire sequence of colors in his memory, and he says that a good weaver must work to a rhythm in his mind, just like a musician. He says that to become a master weaver, I must concentrate on my work and not be dreaming of Tikal all the time. I first learned in school that it was the Spanish who introduced the loom to Guatemala. But even today, many weavers still use the methods that the Mayans used long before the birth of Christ. We call this backstrap weaving. It's actually a tiny loom attached to a post with a strap around the weaver's back for tension. The threads are separated by twisting a flat stick instead of the foot pedals we use, and the cross threads are carefully placed in position. Many people make their own clothes out of the colorful patterns they weave. My father started me on the loom when I was 10. He always says a master must have an artist's eye for color and design and firm concentration when weaving. Weaving is actually the interlocking of threads to make cloth. On the loom, long threads stretch away from the weaver. We can separate these by using foot pedals and slide across a shuttle which contains the cross thread. Beating down firmly after each pass of the shuttle makes the fabric tight and strong. And each time we do this, we add the thickness of one thread to the length of the cloth.
Que reventar, echar los 10 tramados de celeste, uno de lila, entonces para igual el adorno de la guardia. A ver, sigue echando.
In this pattern, the black and white threads form the ghost-like background design unique to our area. We call it jaspe because the lines resemble the patterns on the precious stone jasper. It is not difficult to create this effect, but it takes very careful designing. First, we wind about 30 white cotton threads into a long rope-like bundle. Every few inches, we very tightly wrap other threads, called ties, around this bundle. Later, when it is dyed black, the color cannot penetrate the ties, and when they are removed, we will have a black and white pattern on the threads. Every village has one family that specializes in dyeing, and all the weavers in Salaha bring their threads here. My father says tomorrow the threads will be dry and we can set up the jaspe pattern our area is famous for. The This morning, my mother tried to convince Don Jose to take me to Tikal, but he said we could not afford it. I think he is right. Now we stretch out the threads full length. Beside the river in Salaha is a perfect spot. With the ties removed, Don Jose is ready to finish designing the background pattern. The threads are separated with a wooden comb, and my father arranges the black and white sections into a design he likes. This will form the foundation for the haspin. When the pattern is just right, he ties the bundle to hold it in place until it's ready to go on the loom.
Queda un poco grande este primero. Sí.
It's very frustrating. I have to remember the order of colors, and whenever I try to set up a rhythm, something seems to go wrong. Soon, I'll take a rest. It's almost noon, and my father said he had a special announcement to make at lunchtime. My mother has succeeded. Don Jose says if I weave well and we can sell our cloth at the weekend market, he will use the money to take me to Tikal. Blessed Mary, I have never even gone beyond the mountains around my village. Now I really must work well. Oh, lords of the jungle, Mayan ancestors, and Tikal. Don Jose says the final test of a weaver is in the market, and I pray for a good market day.
Gilberto. Gilberto, ya es tarde, ya ajustaste la tarea.
Sometimes I can feel a smooth rhythm, but it's still hard to concentrate, and I have to finish today for my father to check my work.
¿Ya ajustaste, Gilberto? Gilberto, ¿cuántos varas has tejido?
Unas 2, hijo.
Vamos a ver cómo está el trabajo. Este aquí ve quedó algo mal casado.
Don Jose says there are a few mistakes, but they are small.
Bien.
And the weaving is very tight and good. He says we have a chance for a good price and my dream coming true. In the market, we can tell what village people come from by the weaving they wear and sell. This merchant is offering a bad price. He says he has a piece from Salaha he couldn't sell last week. Don Jose says we must try other merchants. The price we must get for the bus trip is about 21 quetzals. We are asking 25.
No.
This merchant is offering 16. Don Jose says 23.
También usamos la lana mejor. Gracias. ¿Los 22? ¿Qué le parece esta?
Father asks 22. He says 20 tops. Don Jose says it's enough. We can go. Tomorrow we leave for Tikal, and it will take 2 days to get there. We will be stopping here for the night. Tomorrow we enter the jungle, and by evening we will be at the ruins of Tikal.
Parece. Pues no te imaginas cómo contento, alegre. Mira esto. Ya vamos.
It's fantastic, more fantastic than I ever dreamed. The Mayans, people of the sun, all gone and yet still here.